Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
John Trout. A wildfire in the Texas Panhandle forced evacuations yesterday as structures were burned and animals and human life threatened. Correspondent Clayton Neville has the latest.
Extremely high winds across small Texas towns in the state's Panhandle. The winds and the dry air fueled the Smokehouse Creek fire. It's burned 250,000 acres of land since it started on Monday. Blanketing smoke made the scope of the damage difficult to see, and fire crews struggling to contain it. Parts of Hemp Hill and Robertson counties evacuated as neighborhoods were threatened. Some evacuated in Lipscomb County and near portions of Amarillo. In the city of Pampa, authorities went door to door asking residents to leave. And schools closed today in Canadian Texas and other towns. Late last night, the Smokehouse Creek fire spread north into the state of Oklahoma. Residents in 2 counties there evacuated. This is another fire. The Grapevine Creek blaze is still burning. 30,000 acres burned in that wildfire so far. Texas Governor Greg Abbott issued a disaster declaration yesterday for 60 counties in response to wildfires. I'm Clayton Neville.
Following a statement from the leader of France, who said that he can see European nations providing ground troops in Ukraine, Russia, NATO, and other nations are responding. Correspondent Karen Shamas reports.
Both Germany and Poland have said they have no intention of sending troops to Ukraine. The announcements come amid reports that some Western countries may be considering doing so as the war with Russia enters its 3rd year. Meanwhile, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov warned against such ideas, saying, "Those who not only express such thoughts but even allow them in their heads should use these heads for more rational thoughts, safer for Europe." Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said any NATO combat troops in Ukraine would create an inevitable conflict between Russia and the alliance. NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg has told the Associated Press that the alliance has no plans to send troops into Ukraine. The NATO Secretary General said,
"There are no plans for NATO combat troops on the ground in Ukraine."
His comments come as Slovakia's Prime Minister recently said that some countries are thinking of making bilateral deals to send troops to Ukraine. France's President Emmanuel Macron has said sending troops to Ukraine should not be ruled out in the future. NATO as an alliance provides Ukraine only non-lethal aid and support. However, some members send weapons and ammunition bilaterally or in groups. I'm Karen Shamas.
Does your Baconator come with or without an upcharge? Correspondent Ed Donahue reports Wendy's restaurants want to modernize its menu, testing out surge pricing.
Surge pricing is a strategy being used by ticket sellers and ride-sharing companies. It's relatively new in the world of fast food. Wendy's will test fluctuating menu prices throughout the day based on demand. Demand for a Baconator or a Frosty goes up, so does the price. Wendy's CEO says they also plan to add AI-enabled menu changes, suggestive selling, and invest about $20 million to launch digital menu boards at all of its company-run restaurants by the end of next year. I'm Ed Donahue.
AI News continues, this time for trying to copy content from major newspapers. Here's Chuck Palm with that in today's Tech Report.
OpenAI has claimed in a motion that the New York Times used deceptive prompts to get ChatGPT to regurgitate its content. In a post from TheVerge.com, they report that the company is asking that the U.S. District Court in New York dismiss several of the claims in the copyright infringement lawsuit. OpenAI is asserting that the Times has exploited a bug that it is currently working to fix, and that the outlet fed articles directly into the chatbot to get it to spit out verbatim passages. In a Times article from April 2023 titled 35 Ways Real People Are Using AI Right Now, this is very similar to the argument that OpenAI made in its public response in January. The Times sued OpenAI and Microsoft in December, claiming the companies trained their AI models on its content, and that their chatbots could reproduce the stories verbatim. The publication alleged that this deprives it of revenue and compromises its relationship with its readers. Leave a comment at allthetoptech.tech. I'm Chuck Palm.
America in the Morning continues. Robert Workman Sports is sponsored by Untuck It. Shop online at untuckit.com or at our 80-plus stores for the perfect fitting untucked shirt. Untuck It.
NBA Tuesday, the Celtics stormed past the 76ers 117-99 for their ninth consecutive victory. Coach Joe Mazzulla's team with the best record in the association.
This game was probably one of our best games of the year. This game showed a template of how teams are going to guard us.
Thunder rolled over the Rockets for their sixth win in a row. Timberwolves sashayed past the Spurs. Minnesota and Oklahoma City remain tied atop the West. Heat bounced the Blazers, 5 straight wins for Miami, 9 losses in a row for Portland. Warriors whacked the Wizards, Washington's 12th straight loss. Klay Thompson, 25 in his new role off the Golden State bench.
There's also benefits too coming off the bench, like 25 minutes a night. I mean, that's starter minutes, so not that hard transition.
Pistons bopped the Bulls to snap a 6-game skid. Big wins for the Pelicans, Hawks, Magic, and Bucks. And Max Strus sank a 59-foot shot at the horn to give the Cavaliers a 2-point win over the Mavericks despite 45 from Luka Doncic. College basketball, number 1 Houston stopped Cincinnati in their first game as the top team in the land this year. 6 straight wins for the Cougars. 7th-ranked Kansas lost to BYU. That snaps the Jayhawks' 19-game home winning streak. NHL, the Red Wings romped over the Capitals for their 6th win in a row. Predators nabbed their 6th straight, stopping the Senators. Golden Knights burned the Maple Leafs, ending Toronto's 7-game winning streak. Canadians over the Coyotes. Arizona has dropped 13 straight. Panthers edged the Sabres to move back into first place in the Atlantic Division. Jets bumped off the Blues to regain first in the Central. Flyers got 5 in the third to soar past the Lightning. Wins for the Flames, Avalanche, Hurricanes, Penguins, and Devils. That's Wednesday Sports.
Thank you, Robert. It's 7 till. Assault alleged against the father of music's reigning pop star. When America in the Morning continues after these messages.
Hello, America. It's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you don't have Consumer Cellular yet, now is the perfect time to switch and save. For a limited time, new customers can get wireless service for as low as $15 a month for your first year. Yep, the same exact nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for $15 a month for an entire year. What are you waiting for? Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and use code RADIO15.
See consumercellular.com/firstyear15 for promotional details. Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic. Must be a tech thing.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Summer's here. Temperatures are soaring, and unfortunately, so is the risk of developing skin cancer. The sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can damage your skin if it's not protected properly. So when you're out in the sun this summer, make sure to wear your protective clothing, like hats and long sleeves, and repeatedly reapply sunscreen.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Alexa smart speakers are great because you don't have to turn a dial or push a button to listen to News Radio 1440. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
I'm on it.
You're good to go.
It's 5 till. America in the Morning continues. The family of daytime talk show host Wendy Williams has expressed public concern about her health and well-being. Kevin Carr has the latest.
Things first became public with the promotion of the docu-series Where is Wendy Williams, which aired on Lifetime Network on Saturday and Sunday.
My wife, right now, she's weak and vulnerable, and she needs to be around people who aren't going to take advantage of that.
Williams found fame in 2008 with the top-rated syndicated talk show.
Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
Personal and health problems forced her to end the show in 2022 when she was put under care of a guardian. Before the docuseries premiere, Williams representatives announced that she had been diagnosed with aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, an incurable neurological condition that affects memory, speech, and personality. In one scene of the docuseries, Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., who along with Williams serves as executive producer, says he was told by doctors that the dementia is linked to alcohol use.
They basically said that because she was drinking so much, it was starting to affect her headspace and her brain.
The docuseries has been criticized for being exploitative. Williams' niece, Alex Finney, spoke to Nightline this week addressing the question of whether Williams is cognitively capable of overseeing the show.
When I said, why are you doing this? And she said, I want to tell my story. That conversation was crystal clear.
Finney also spoke to CNN on Friday, raising concerns that the family is not allowed access to the cognitive facility where Williams is staying.
Part of what has been so complicated and challenging about this, we don't have an exact location in terms of where she is.
I'm Kevin Carr.
A 22-year-old murder case has finally led to a conviction. Correspondent Margie Zaraletta reports on the jury's decision in the murder of Jam Master Jay.
A federal jury in New York has found Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan Jr. guilty in the death of Jam Master Jay, who was shot in his studio more than 20 years ago. Washington was an old friend who was staying at Jay's sister's house, while Jordan is Jay's godson. Prosecutors said the two men shot Jay for cutting them out of a cocaine deal. A witness testified seeing Jordan exchange a friendly greeting with Jay moments before shots rang out. Neither Washington nor Jordan testified. Authorities had named Washington as a suspect as long ago as 2007. Both men were arrested in 2020.
Hello.
A photographer in Australia told police he was punched in the face by
Probably should have been punched in the face.
Sydney waterfront hours after her Australian tour ended. Ben McDonald said he wasn't seriously hurt, but he did report the incident to police. He says members of the media had been waiting to photograph Taylor Swift as she walked with her entourage from a small pier to two waiting cars. He says a security team member started shoving his umbrella into McDonald and his camera. Taylor Swift's representative accused members of the media of being aggressive. In an email, the representative said two individuals were aggressively pushing their way towards Taylor, grabbing at her security personnel and threatening to throw a female staff member into the water. I'm Rita Foley.
America in the Morning for Wednesday, February 28th, 2024 is produced by Jeff McKay. Senior producer Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month, but you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio.
Sponsored by Age of Learning.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at WoundedWarriorProject.org.
Radio 1440 WWIAM, the home of the Dan Bon Jovi.
I love you.
Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus Media Production.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Wildfires are sweeping the Texas Panhandle, triggering evacuations, cutting power to thousands. Kathy Panuelo's home in the city of Canadian burned to the ground.
We've had other fire threats, and this one got us.
Correspondent Omar Villafranca is in Irving.
Wind has fueled wildfires that have burned hundreds of thousands of acres here in Texas. In fact, one of the country's main nuclear weapons facilities had to pause their operations because of that fire threat.
The flames stretch into western Oklahoma, where more than 30,000 acres have burned so far. Severe storms have brought hail and tornadoes to parts of the Midwest. This man's daughter has damage to her home north of Chicago.
I said get away from the windows, and she went in the closet. Part of her kitchen ceiling collapsed, but thankfully she's unscathed.
The temperature there got up to 70 degrees yesterday. High for today is 59. Tens of thousands of voters in Michigan chose uncommitted in yesterday's primary instead of opting for President Biden. The mayor of Dearborn, Abdullah Hammoud, tells CBS's Ed O'Keefe Arab Americans are upset over the way he's dealing with the war in Gaza.
There's still a sense of betrayal among residents and constituents across Dearborn and broadly speaking across Michigan.
So for you, voting uncommitted today doesn't necessarily mean voting against the president in November?
I think for me, voting uncommitted is sending a message that we're trying to hold our elected official accountable.
Mr. Biden still won. Donald Trump beat Nikki Haley handily in the GOP race. Governor Gavin Newsom says officials in California confiscated about 62,000 pounds of fentanyl smuggled into the state last year, enough to potentially kill the global population twice over. His spokesman says Alexei Navalny's funeral will be held Friday in Russia. Correspondent Cami McCormick says his widow spoke to the European Parliament this morning.
Yulia Navalnaya was greeted warmly. She warned European lawmakers Vladimir Putin is not a politician, but what she called a bloody monster. She also said her husband's funeral in southeast Moscow could be interrupted.
I'm not sure yet whether it will be peaceful or whether the police will arrest those who have come to say goodbye.
One of California's newer residents has lost a legal challenge in the UK.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. A judge here in London has just ruled that Prince Harry was not unfairly stripped of his security detail back in 2020. That's when Britain's Home Office decided that since he's no longer a working royal, he should no longer be automatically granted personal protection on British soil. With Harry's legal challenge now rejected, it appears that decision will stand.
This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
But a dead body, Inspector.
I may be able to help with that.
This winter, all your favorite detectives are streaming on BritBox. Don't miss exclusive new seasons of Death in Paradise.
There must be something we've missed.
Vera.
It wasn't an accident, was it, love?
Father Brown.
What did he look like?
And more. Once you start investigating, you won't want to stop.
We're done when I say we're done.
Stream your favorite detectives. Only on BritBox. Start a free trial at BritBox.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
2 men have been convicted of murder in the death of Run DMC star Jam Master Jay.
The government called 36 witnesses throughout the trial, and now 2 men are found guilty of murdering rapper Jam Master Jay in New York in 2002.
Mr. Mizell reached the highest heights of fame through trailblazing music and trend-setting style. Tragically, his life was cut short as a result of greed and revenge.
U.S. Attorney Breon Peace says it was revenge for a failed drug deal, and while witnesses knew who did it, they've been afraid to come forward. Carlos Thompson is a cousin of the Run DMC rap pioneer.
I'm just glad that justice was served.
Matt Piper, CBS News, New York.
Beyonce's new country music's triggered a surge in cowboy fashion. This ain't Texas. Global Google searches for cowboy hats are up more than 215%, for cowboy boots 163%, and for bolos 566%. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
So what's a bolo?
It's so amazing to be here. I follow you to the moon and the sky above. Got to.
offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with
Got to tell you how you feel. Let me see.
Right away.
The biggest thing the Bosch has done from the first week, I was able to just figure out anything that was stopping me from using the rest. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
What? You guys thought I was gone? No, I'm here. Yeah, I'm rolling. I'm here. I just have to, get my thing ready there. I mean, what can I tell you? Anyway, good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine if you can. But the first things are first. And the first thing, of course, we're going to go to in a couple seconds here is our daily bread, because that's important, because we all woke up this morning and something to be thankful for. And you got to know who to thank. Can't thank your alarm clock, because put an alarm clock in the graveyard and nobody gets up. So alarm clock just reminds you that you're still here. So it's a good Lord that gives you the touch. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Next up, our daily bread. And today's daily bread is simply entitled, let me see. I know it's in here someplace. I got it. There we go. Right there. Help my unbelief. I think we all need some of that sometimes. Good morning to you. And again, it is time to rise and shine. For one more day, one more. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. Time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective, or at least give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is February the 28th, 2020. What's it? 24? 20? Yeah, 2024. Today's title is Help My Unbelief. Our scriptural insight today comes from Mark 9:14 through 24. Mark 9:24 reads, immediately the boy's father exclaimed, I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief. So we all need to pray that prayer sometimes. Good morning to you. Somebody said, don't worry about where you are. Worry about whose you are. Good morning to you. And again, it is February the 28th. It is a day like all the other days. This day will never be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and undo all the things you do today. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back to do the things that you should have done that you didn't. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen or you've heard many, many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed, given the love and charity and grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day, February the 28th, it is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever we do, let us do what we can, for whom we can, while we can, until we can. And reach back every once in a while and give somebody else a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live your life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never quit. You never, ever quit. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. Because quitters will never win. And while winners may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. And no matter what happens on this day, remember this. It is a great day, an outstanding day to be alive. We'll be back. Help my unbelief. That's our daily bread for today, February the 28th. I'll be back, hopefully.
Hey there, and welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, Help My Unbelief, was written by Adam R. Holes. Where is my faith? Even deep down, right in there, is nothing but emptiness and darkness. If there be God, please forgive me. The author of those words might surprise you, Mother Teresa. Beloved and renowned as a tireless servant of the poor in Calcutta, India, Mother Teresa quietly waged a desperate war for her faith over 5 decades. After her death in 1997, that struggle came to light when portions of her journal were published in the book, Come Be My Light. What do we do with our doubts or feelings of God's absence? Those moments may plague some believers more than others, but many faithful believers in Jesus may, at some point in their lives, experience moments or seasons of such doubts. I'm thankful that Scripture has given us a beautiful, paradoxical prayer that expresses both faith and the lack thereof. In Mark 9, Jesus encounters a father whose son has been demonically tormented since childhood. When Jesus said that the man must have faith, everything is possible for one who believes, the man responded, I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief. This honest, heartfelt plea invites those of us who struggle with doubt to give it to God, trusting that He can fortify our faith and hold on to us firmly amid the deepest, darkest valleys we'll ever traverse. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Mark chapter 9, verses 14 through 24. When they came to the other disciples, they saw a large crowd around them, and the teachers of the law arguing with them. As soon as all the people saw Jesus, they were overwhelmed with wonder and ran to greet him. What are you arguing with them about? He asked. A man in the crowd answered, Teacher, I brought you my son, who is possessed by a spirit that has robbed him of speech. Whenever it seizes him, it throws him to the ground. He foams at the mouth, gnashes his teeth, and becomes rigid. I asked your disciples to drive out the spirit, but they could not. You unbelieving generation, Jesus replied. How long shall I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy to me. So they brought him. When the spirit saw Jesus, it immediately threw the boy into a convulsion. He fell to the ground and rolled around, foaming at the mouth. Jesus asked the boy's father, "How long has he been like this?" "From childhood," he answered. "It has often thrown him into fire or water to kill him. But if you can do anything, take pity on us and help us." "If you can," said Jesus, "everything is possible for one who believes." Immediately, the boy's father exclaimed, "I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief." Let's pray. Dear Jesus, we can so resonate with the Father in today's scripture reading. We do believe, but we still have areas of disbelief. Please fill the void we feel with a sense of your presence and peace. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Hope everything's going good for everybody out there this morning. Watching traffic. It's not cold outside. Nice. Looked like it may rain. I'm not exactly sure, but I saw clouds. But sometimes clouds is not indicative of rain. It just means that the clouds need somewhere to hide, so they hide behind the sun. Okay, and keeps the sun from bothering us. I don't know what's up with that. I'm not a meteorologist. I'll let the guys on Channel 12 or Channel 8 to handle that kind of thing. Or Mr. Who's the guy who used to be over at the WSFA? I don't know what his name is. Anyway, he got his own little weather network now. I should go there and check it out sometimes. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope everybody's feeling really, really well this morning. You know what a blessing it is actually to get up first thing in the morning and feel good. I mean, it really. And I must admit, I have been blessed beyond. I have been given favor beyond what I deserve. I've never now watch after I say this. I'm probably gonna, but I've never missed a day of work in 33 years for being sick. It's an amazing thing. Anyway, good morning to you. If you want to give us a call, 860-1440 is our number. You got something on your mind, you got to head to work, or whatever the case may be. Whatever on your mind, I got a few things. And now we are learning more about. Here's what I do not understand about the Judge Hardwick thing. Now, this is what I do not understand, and maybe somebody out there in the legal profession can explain this to me. His son stabs him and tries to kill him, and they charge him with domestic violence. Somebody please tell me what the hell is going on. Unless, domestic violence, that ain't domestic violence. That's attempted murder. So I don't understand how, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, if anybody had done that to anybody else in this town, they would have been charged with attempted murder. I do not know, how do we get domestic violence when you stab a man, shoot him in the face? That's not attempted murder. There must be something going on behind the scenes here that I don't know. I mean, domestic violence? Domestic violence is when I take the old lady and smack her a couple of times, and or my son, does something stupid, I smack him. Well, that may be domestic violence, but stabbing a man several times, shooting him in the face, that's not domestic violence. That is attempted murder. So somebody needs to explain that to me. Unless the judge said don't charge him. Really? Anyway, 860-1402. This is, maybe somebody can explain this one to me. Good morning. Pretty good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, maybe I can get the probate office to send me one, or give them a call and send me one, and I'll read the whole thing out before the end of the week. That way, yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Appreciate it. 860-1440. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, man. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, they did. Okay, good, good. Because I know. Right, 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 right. Yeah. Okay, I just seen the matter of fact. Somebody just sent me the paper. They upgraded the charges. Montgomery judge son is also facing attempted murder charge. I mean along with a bunch of other charges. But domestic violence is not one of those charges. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Yeah, it does. Although I don't understand how you can be charged with domestic violence when you whoop your child's butt. Now that right there, that one I had to go to jail. Yeah, and then they can beat the hell out of you. They can beat the hell out of you and kill you in jail. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, you don't know my name. You may go down there, but they'll give me a place. Something nicer. I'm just saying. Yeah. That's right. Solitary confinement. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I understand. We got to the break at 7:24 in the morning. We'll be right back with the Carter's Council. Okay, so they have the charges on Mr. Hardwick, his son, to attempted murder, which is what it should have started on. But I'm not in law enforcement. I guess these guys, have to do their, do their thing. So that's what they are doing. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad somebody had some sense. We'll be back. Judge Hardwick. Okay, I'm glad to let somebody come see him in the hospital. Is anybody know his condition at the moment? If you please let us know. We'll be back. Hey, the greens. Montgomery's Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive. Going on, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping
Use written sewers not available, and maintenance is important. Failing septic tank systems can endanger your
Okay, we are back. Let me see who's here on the phone. Good morning. Who's this? Thank you. Hold. Morning. Which essentially, and I didn't understand that, which essentially put them progressively behind, right, behind Pike Road. Yeah. yeah, I don't, yeah. I mean, is there a conspiracy or something to to make not to make Montgomery not look well? I mean, and now that you think about it, why would we do that and give a little bitty city on top of the hill, little bitty country town or neighborhood that they call a city, their money? Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, on paper, now I'm only saying on paper, and I'm a proponent of public school, but I'm not a proponent of everything they do or don't do. But on paper, it looks as if they're just trying to eradicate public school in Montgomery. I don't. Right, 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 right. Yeah, somebody should explain that to us. Why Montgomery? Because we've been paying it. So if they wasn't going to get it for 2.5 years, whatever, then we shouldn't have started paying it until then. So, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, hey, appreciate the but you're absolutely right. I don't know why Pike Road got there. I mean, they're a new kid on the block. Good morning. Morning. Okay. Catch on with our check. Yeah. Now, Mr. Watson, he said that they got the money back from Pike Road that went inadvertently went to Pike Road. So I don't know if that's yeah. Uh, Cedric Cooley. I think it's Cooley. Yeah. Yeah. One O. Cole. Yeah. One O. Yeah. Cooley. Hmm. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't. I think a whole lot of people not taking that memo seriously now. A lot of black folks I see not voting for Biden. So yeah, yeah, mm, yeah. Now, of all the people you just named, Herschel Walker to me was the worst. He had no clue politically what the hell to do. They strictly put him in there only because he was black and had a name. But he certainly didn't have the intellect, the IQ to make it forward and farther than he did. Yeah, all right. Yeah, 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 yeah. We just don't know. All right. Hey, appreciate it. You too. Let me see who's next. Okay, right. Good morning. Who's this? Not that it matters. Yes. Yes. I'm doing pretty good. All right. I cannot disagree with your advice this morning, Mr. Ed. It's real. Good morning, in there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Yeah. 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 I do that. So they've been lying to us all this time because that, yeah. Well, you didn't explain it where I can understand it. I understand it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe so, but I don't really be. Listen, there's so much Bravo Sierra that comes out of the House and the Senate until it's nauseating, and I just don't pay much of any attention. So I don't pay. Yeah, that's good. Well, that's why you're my off-site producer, okay? Because I don't. I, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. I appreciate it. And what really bothers me, let me tell you what really bothers me. We are the capital city of Alabama, okay? You rarely hear, and they know we are here. They know there are radio stations all around Montgomery. Okay. Now they have a tendency sometimes to go to one and not the other. But you would think that the people who supposedly represent us would come on somebody's station and take the now. I called a couple of the brothers and sisters, say come on down and let's talk. It's difficult to get, except for Isaiah Safety, it's difficult to get black representatives to come on the air any place outside their comfort zone. It just absolutely irks me. The city, except Arande will come on, Calhoun's come on a little bit with our city council. But other than that, it's damn near impossible to get black representatives to come. And that's why the black folks in Montgomery don't know what the hell's going on. Most of us didn't know. First of all, we didn't know till yesterday that the Educating Trust Fund is not necessarily for education. That's why everybody got to keep asking for money. So the question is, where the hell does the money go? I mean, why do they call it the Education Trust Fund if it's not directly and proprietarily for education? So that's why everybody got to keep coming back asking us for money. Because, when you tell me you got an education budget, $9 billion, and then you tell me you need more money, I'm kind of like, really? Seriously? I can't even count to 9 billion. So really? How many zeros is that? Uh, so I'm just wondering why the people who supposedly represent the people in Montgomery have a hard time coming on the airways and talking to the folks of Montgomery, especially the black folks. Yeah, I don't get it. They want to keep okay, this is what they're going to do. They want to teach you like a mushroom. Put you in the dark and crap on you. That's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, I've been on these radio airways in my memory for 33 years. I've been down here for almost 24. And this microphone's open to anybody. Stop leaving us in the dark. Come on the air, tell us what's going on, okay, and maybe we can help. But traditionally, what they do is they wait till they get their butt whooped in an issue, and then they come running, come up, we've lost because there's too many Republicans. I'm so tired of hearing that crap, I don't know what to do. Or the Republicans say, well, the Democrats won't help us. Every thing of importance that has ever happened in the world started with one man. Okay? If you look far enough, you will find the one person or woman, you will find the one person that initially started the movement. And let's take, and then I'll go to let's take the city council. Okay? We always hear this sad sob song, well, it's 5 of them and 4 of us. And it takes 5 to 4 to pass a piece of legislation. Or an order, which I'm okay with that. Okay, so what we are saying, I just gotta say, what we are saying, the combined intellect of 4 people cannot convince one person on the other side of the aisle that their cause is just. 4 people, really, it's 4 people against 1, not 4 people against 5. You don't need to convert all 5 on the other side. You just need to convert 1 or make one person look at you like you got something. Okay? And the combined intellect, the combined education, the combined intelligence of 4 people cannot sway one vote, especially if the cause is just. Good morning. Yes. I'm having a great morning. Yes, I was upset about that. I mean, you know, that's what we got last time. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Listen, but I do believe what. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. What I'm saying, you got the kids. Okay. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. But you, yeah. No, I'm with you. But a father, yeah, I am. But of course it isn't. Oh, yeah. Okay. It was a it was a and guess what? They won't be complaining. Wait a minute, wait a minute. They won't be complaining about what I said then. Later. I take a break. You got to know that you listen anyway. Okay.
Valorant kicked off its 2024 esports campaign this past weekend with the Valorant Champions Tour. Fan favorite team
It's amazing to be here.
On News Radio 1440.
Okay, I got an answer to why Montgomery didn't get the money for 2 years or so. It's an answer. Good morning in there. Yes, sir. I understand. Yeah. Although PhD, I'm not impressed by PhD, but okay. Mhm. Well, we wouldn't know because now we I still say, I mean, it's just common sense. If you don't have to answer for getting a weapon, you can just go get one and carry it. Well, of course, people who normally probably wouldn't do it will kill them. Well, nothing's wrong with that. Well, yeah, I think you, you, but you, but you don't know. There are a lot of people using weapons out here. I mean, look at all the people shot. Right, right. I agree with you. Well, 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 I mean, we know who it is. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But I don't know. But I don't know if all those people would be carrying guns if they weren't so easily accessible. You know, you put me in a precarious predicament with that question because it wouldn't be well, it wouldn't be for yes, 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 absolutely, absolutely. And I say that all the time. But, but let me ask you a question, and this is a serious question that I have. Are are you and I and a culture at large, are we responsible for all this gun violence? Even indirectly. I mean, are we even indirectly for the things we allow our okay. No, I'm with you. Yeah, but I mean, from a societal standpoint, are we responsible? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't use it if I have to. But are we become such a permissive society today that yeah. Listen, I can't, and I cannot disagree with it. But I wish I could. I wish, but are we responsible for this mess? Anyway, good morning. I'm doing pretty good. I mean, we have to take some responsibility as a culture of people for the things our young people are doing. Mm. Hmm. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. When I say we as society have to be more progress, you got a guest coming up next hour to run for Congress. I couldn't find the who's coming up here. Phyllis Harvey Hall. You know, I see movies sometimes portraying, and I hear things about neighborhoods in America where it's like combat. When kids grow up, all they know is survival. Well, PTSD is as apparent there than it is for the folks from Vietnam, World War II, or Grenada, or any of the places we've been. People live in fear of their lives right here in America, especially in black neighborhoods. Okay, why is that? Because we have allowed it to happen. Why in the hell can you be in America and have to worry about somebody keeping us out? In America, we got kids who are sleeping under the bed. I think we are some of us as society responsible for this proliferation of guns and violence because we have allowed our children to live in a place that is an active combat zone where we losing more people on the street than we do in war. Good morning. Are we going to change? So you here? Early in the morning. You want to call us to be depressed? No, I don't depress me. Just listening to it is depressing. If it on payday, it makes it all worthwhile. Oh, I know too, girl. You're getting paid. But it's so. Think about it for a second. The Bible is a very depressing book. Mm-hmm. There offers some hope yeah, right. It has two sides. It's a dichotomy. It has two sides. But there's some terrible stories in the Bible. Oh, yeah. I found Job. Yeah, Job caught hell. Right? So okay. So Job lost everything in one day. Yeah. It just depends on what the days we're back in. But I mean, it's possible. The kids did an accident. Still always possible, man. So what is life telling you this? First God. Yeah, there are a lot of instructions I like to give, but that ain't one of them. Well, I don't think that he lost so too, didn't he? Oh, yeah, I see you about bread like I used to. You know, when I was young, I read the Bible. Yeah, I don't. I just go to church. Well, the Bible ain't changed. I think you know what the Bible is solid. I think it's the lessons of the Bible that don't change. Regardless of the interpretation, regardless of the translation, I think the lesson, when you say thou shalt not steal, it doesn't make any difference what you read in it. It means don't take other people's stuff. That's what it means. Yeah, but it's good. Doesn't say that though. It said thou shalt not murder. They because God killed a whole lot of people. It's supposed to be God do not murder, but we translate it to say kill. And God killed a lot of people. You know? And he did tell some people to pick up the sword. And so if you're gonna pick up the sword, you're gonna kill somebody. But it's murder and not evil. I mean, look at Cain and Abel. He murdered him. And wars, the Bible says there are wars and rumors of war. So killing is not the issue. Murder is when you kill people unprovoked for no reason whatsoever. You murder people. That's what it's saying. But if somebody come in your house tonight, you got that piece in your hand, they're gonna be hit. Well, you're a woman. I hope your husband will take care of that for you. If he ain't gonna be hiding behind you.
Paramedic.
Okay, good, good. He's a man.
He's a man.
He ain't no girly man.
Oh no.
Bring him up here next time I shake his hand. It's hard to find real men like myself these days. It is. Everybody wants to be a girly man. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
He used to chase up the cops when they couldn't do anybody when they got a call. He would go get them for the cops were too out of shape, so he had to go get them.
Matter of fact, if you look in the dictionary on the man, you see my picture.
It's depending on what you call a girl or not. I know you should be in touch with this.
That's true.
And have
Right. But there comes a time when you got to put the meat to the plot. Sometimes you got to fight. You got to protect the ones you love, and you can't wait on 911. A man will always listen to the woman. Tell him what to do. That's because they got the fictitious emotion of a woman and the body of a man. So I don't think I want to fight a gay guy. There was a guy in Connecticut last week in high school. He won the women's wrestling match championship and the man's championships. That was a man. That was a man beat everybody.
We're not going to discuss that.
Okay, now you know that. You know what I think about that. That's a wood. And I don't know why women are allowed to go on. A man with two. Well, anyway, a man. Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, you gonna let him in your sport?
Well, I think that's something that we're gonna have to address because no one was prepared for the stupidity that happened. You know, it was just stupidity. Who would think like that?
And now I can wait a minute. Now I can play. Now I can wrestle on the men's side, beat them. Then I come over here, wrestle on the women's side, and beat the women. Yes, it can happen. It can happen. Because at first I was trying to say, well, maybe it's really a girl. But then I looked at the boy's chest, and what an iota of a woman's things up there. I said, ain't no woman ever been that like this. I said, come on, man. That's a guy. Right, but he didn't have it.
Look at people calling in.
I know.
Another thing. Yeah, you just got off arguing about the murder rate for EPI. You know, Carol, some type of harm.
And now we're gonna put another Rosa Parks thing up.
Oh, really?
And bless Rosa Parks' heart, but Rosa Parks wasn't the only person that worked, sacrificed, and we ought to have a monument to and we ought to call it the unknown. The people here in this city, in the South, who not only gave their lives.
We're putting it downtown.
Yeah, another one. I mean, give one called the unknown.
They need to put a decent one for Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
So that bus they have is just a joke.
Yeah, you're right. The election's next Tuesday. Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are aware of it, but that serves the people who don't care for them. They have their people that know.
Yeah.
Something about it.
Oh yeah. As long as Biden is there, if he wasn't on the ballot, I'd write his name in because all the rest of the stupid Republicans quit. I like Ramaswamy. I like that guy. Smart, young, energetic. But I guess we can't put somebody from Indian ethnicity in there. I mean, that guy was stupid. But we don't want smart people. We want gullible people.
I don't think he's so smart. He's young, hot-headed.
You don't become a millionaire by being stupid.
But you don't
okay, before we get to our guests this morning, let's have a serious talk for a second. Okay, but this is serious. It's about a killer, and his name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? That's right, 1400. It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real, recovery is real, and if you or your family member or a friend are suffering from substance use disorder, please call the Council on Substance Abuse, or you can go to the website, but call them 262-1629. That's 334-262-1629, or go to COSA.org. Let's get some help today. Call COSA 334-262-1629 and get the help you need right now. Because your problem not only affects you, it affects everybody that loves you, everyone you love, and everybody around you. COSA 262-1629. Okay, got a guest in the studio this morning. She's familiar for running. I mean, she's famous for. We still love you. But I hope you win one of these races. I do. You deserve to win a race. Okay, because you and I think that I'm breaking out my stuff right there. You're a teacher. You can figure out how to do that. Make me think this over in here. I'll come over this chair over here and use that. I don't know. Right now, they're over there. Yeah. Do that.
Oh, I see. Now it's not a magnet.
Well, it ain't a magnet. It's a little niche in there. But don't worry. I got it. We got it. Yeah, you can use that one. And don't pull the thing. Yeah.
Sit up high.
Okay. Now, thanks for talking here. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Phyllis Harvey Hall, who's running for the 2nd Congressional District. We won't do anything for anybody but the people who get the job. But we've seen this before. Black folks still in the same shape now. Every time they put out a black district, what that means is that they're segregating them. Okay, that's what that means.
Let me ask you
But
something.
it's only 40.
Bill Moore has the district currently. Did he do anything for you?
No, but he didn't say it was. he didn't say it was. I can't get him for that. But
so just say nothing and go there.
That's what they do. What are we doing? I found out yesterday that the educated trust fund, the money is not just for education. I didn't know that. I mean, we call it education trust fund. So where do you take money out of to put other places?
There's a problem. Sometimes you need to move money from one place to the other.
Not the education trust fund. It's called education trust fund.
And what the opposite word you say is called.
Yeah, well, okay. And that's what politicians do. They'll say one thing and anyway. So why do you want this job?
I want this job because we need representation that will actually impact people. And you just said that politicians do nothing. There are.
They do something to
That's true. I think that we have a congresswoman that benefits.
She brings money down here.
And without the money,
the regular poor people are still in the same shape they've been.
Once the money hits here, you need to start looking for accountability at your state level.
No, they'll send the money, say you can't spend the money except on this.
Well, you have to have the appropriation going to work.
Okay. So the same poor people end up the same way they've always been, no matter who goes in there, because they put limitations on the money.
Is it limitations or people that fail to get the money out? I think people don't know how to access it. And I found out.
And whose fault is that? That's the fault of the people who represent it.
Well, that is true. We don't believe in their name because I don't intend to be that person. I believe in transparency and accountability. And I think the government's spending money down and gives it to people to help refurbish homes. You have elderly who do not have the funds due to low Social Security. I don't see that money reaching them. And that means that you have to be the person willing to keep asking, keep calling that money for it and keep doing it.
That's right.
Accountability. And I learned that being an educator because we are held to such a high standard of
860-1414 number here. Phyllis Harvey Hall, who's running for the congressional district, a new one.
It's not that good. I hate the way you keep saying it. That's a play. The district, we've always had to. They just changed the lines and the newly drawn lines. Because it's
not in there.
It's the lines. You still have 7 of the old counties. Harper County was in it, half of Montgomery County was in it, Crenshaw County was in it, Harper County, Butler County, those were already in the district. throw it out.
So they're trying to think about.
Well, they're not trying to figure out. It's just you're not aware. People making even I call it the new Nazi because we still have 7 counties that were part of it. What they did was throw it out, and they made Montgomery, which is one people learning. They have Montgomery now as one whole county. The only number of people is not.
Right. Oh, we don't. Well, that's good. At least we get something out of it. Maybe.
I mean, the only Montgomery running is right. That's what I want to make something. Montgomery has a representative who will be there and support this.
That's right, because before every congressional district had a piece of Montgomery in the which means that we didn't get any representation.
And now you have the opportunity to Montgomery with full representation.
Yeah, I'm personally okay with it. I don't look at this now. But
They don't say that all the time.
Then they say that it's 48% black. So it's still possible that a Republican can win, which I don't care. I don't care. So it's still
it's leaning towards favorable to another but it is 48.
So I'm a pretty good student. 48% is not leaning no place.
Well, you can put it when I was running the state, and you said, like, no, I don't like running, but I do believe that you do need representation of the people. And therefore, I don't think that anybody should run unchallenged. No one should run unchallenged.
48% is not a majority.
It was 26%, 7% when I was running in the past 2 years. And when I was and the forward right there, and that was the first thing. The only time that we really different was when Robert Wright but nobody in the family.
Right, and so for once, we'll have one representative. Well, hell, that's the only thing worth anything because whether the person's black. Let me ask you. I'm going to ask this question to everybody. The rest of them too wimpy to come up here, so we don't worry about them.
They might come now. I'm on here. You might get on.
You are, as a member of the House, I think there are 435 people. You are 0.3% of the House. Tell me how. Essentially, you are insignificant. Everybody is. Everybody up there is insignificant as an individual. How do you go from 0.3% of the House and make a difference?
I am a small part of this country, right? And it's the relationship that you're dealing with there. It's your ability to talk and work with people. And if you're dealing with there, you're going to go on the president. But you're in a relationship. You want to talk with other people to have a corporation. But see what you feel. Your representative, your secure a corporation that dominates your area. There are big people that we don't have in the country. Formally elected about what's going on. We wait for the major deal or something. Look at the people and the representative meeting and the law at the time for meeting. You have to have town hall meetings or something where they can get you to make sure that you're and I think that you keep the elected reforms and your opposition, it is kind of appropriation because you when you are able to impact people in their power. That's what I was thinking. I don't feel much about it.
If you can speak that few statements down to people.
I will make sure it's something because for me, coming from the background,
Good morning, who's this? Morning. What she said? She did say the line check.
tell us. These numbers are state senators. No, it's a pack. He's got a big corporate tax system. You know, that's good. You see, it's a pack. Let's start to tell you. No, I don't know that. I would hope that they're intelligent. Well, I would hope that there are people like you able to see.
Well, I'm going to ask you the question, bro.
Well, you know, this is the first time one man has been seen one county, right? One county. But when you start running, I'm not the only person going to run before there have been lots of people who said, I'm giving you scenarios. I'm just telling you that some cases you run, I think there are other people. The Democratic Party is not back in the I just told you when you can hear me because I think we have a pact. It is true, but it's not the Democratic Party. It's a corporation. It's a corporation.
Why don't we get him on that? I've been trying to get him. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let me tell you. Abraham Lincoln had 7 pounds. Good morning, your name. Yes. Aren't you?
Good morning.
So you don't have a question for her. You don't have a question for her. Well, I know. I'm not. Well, I'm gonna hang up again because I got to go. But it's got nothing to do with what you said. Yeah.
But I think, sir, that's part of where the parties are going wrong and where the elected officials are not going wrong. Thank you.
Yeah. And again, I don't have to know all that stuff. The people who run it needs to know all that stuff. Not me. I ain't running this.
Well, I think we need to allow as many people who want to vote to exercise their right to vote. So I'm not a believer in trying to use any test to protect people.
Well, some people need to test. Yeah, that's where we are now. We are voting back. We've been voting Democrat for 60 years, still in the same place again.
No, we don't really vote. Just think of this. The third of the people Alabama didn't vote in the last gubernatorial race.
So how are we going to get them to vote? How are we going to get them to vote?
You have to start doing something different. People put it on something. I'm the same as they're talking about.
The change that you want.
That is very redundant. That man that calls in with all these long titles, these long. Are we live? We don't have live either. We do. Well, he can't hear me asking the question.
Only if he's on the internet.
He gives a lot of historical information.
He's got a lot of here.
I have to learn that.
Yeah. I think it's
smart man.
Yeah, I would. We have to be 75. Y'all know something. He's 75. You know something. You learn something just by living.
Tomorrow might come on that.
I thought there's nothing that they accidentally told me. They didn't know if they were just making calls that with a number with wrote up and they called you and she called you. And I said, why are you trying to reach you? I tried to reach Daniel too the other day. It's just to make this thing that they don't have to come to white people to get what they need. Those are the ones who particularly focus. And we one thing we gotta do, like all the forms. I didn't get one letter, one email, not the forms that were called. I had to find out from people. I never got anything. Thank you.
People hide information. You do know that.
Oh yeah.
And I find that to be disingenuous for the people.
They're so used to answering questions that don't mean anything until when they come up here, and I try to ask some substantive questions. You may not like them, but you know, like the 0.3%. You hit in principle. You gave me the answer in principle that I'm looking for, and that is, yeah, you can be 0.3%. But if you have the moxie, if you have the courage, if you have the stamina, you can galvanize groups of people if the idea you're putting forth is just and it makes sense. So it's called galvanization, which must be done if you're one person. Then one becomes two, two becomes four. Yeah. So as at 0.3% of the house, and that's what you need the ability to talk.
And I can talk to anyone. Look at me and
totally opposite. Yeah. But I got something in common with your husband. So we man. We men. Yeah.
My husband's also considerate. Which is the reason he stays married.
Okay. Well, some men are more men than others.
I think you all are caught up with the concept of being men too much.
Okay.
You know,
we have testosterone. Yeah, but mine ain't going nowhere.
That's that factor that with hyper masculinity.
Yeah.
You all have false nature.
Yeah, indeed.
Why? We know you're men. We appreciate.
I went to the men's clinic. They said I am the man. When I walked out the door, I was signing there. I was signing autographs.
Look at us, we love you all most of the time.
No, we got people in there, right? We got idiot students in college campuses have to have a trigger room. If somebody says something, they don't
read that a lot. I think we baby children too much, and
it's part of the problem when skinny pants you guys wear. That's part of the problem.
They've been wearing skinny pants.
I ain't never seen that skinny. They so tight that their member can't even feel their air. That's what's changing it. Them skinny pants.
I'm telling you, they do that.
Yeah, the skinny pants are changing the mentality of men in America, especially black men. Oh yeah. Steve Harvey, you need to wear the Steve Harvey suits. They're not them skinny ass suits. Oh yeah. How you dress doesn't matter.
I think it's more of the food to eat.
Too much chicken. There's probably something in chicken too.
I think all the hormones and everything is in the food.
The skinny pants and chicken. Just with that combination, you're gonna lose again.
You don't know what.
Yeah. I mean, they got nothing soft drinks.
So I think it's the food. You gotta look. What do you want? You're supposed to do it.
Well, I can't figure out how come everybody's kids go bigger than that. What's my boys are taller than that?
You can, isn't it?
Now I gotta look up to them.
I said like what they call what each generation should be stronger. You know, we used to walk then from the journey.
That's a lie they told. I don't think God created somebody walking bent over. I don't believe. No. Except the gorillas and the chimpanzees. Like I don't believe they've been caveman either.
The mother told some of her family genetically. But what about the brothers?
No, yeah, they look taller than me.
So all that genetic food is coming. You have to be careful. I didn't think about this. So you have to be careful when you marry. You have to look at more than that person. You got to look at the siblings, the grandparents, and all of it. All of that can impact future generations.
I would get a lot of people in this man.
I was true.
Look at Uncle Jed, you know.
You know how it's a release that we look at it.
No, but the Japanese do it. The old do it. They yeah, picking for you when you're a kid.
Because what we're doing in America right now, everything we do.
Yeah. Okay, well, who's going to think this is? Marianne Williamson returns to the presidential race, and Biden is vulnerable against Trump.
Oh, really?
She did. That's the wrong. You got to change. They want Biden but Biden is easy to manipulate. They don't know what room he is. They want him. He ain't running the country nowhere. I think Barack is.
Well, he's running for Trump, but he's just trying to be.
He's in the White House.
Mentally,
he
doesn't know where he is. Where did he know that? He was called the Rose City the way he was.
You know, when you're on Air Force, you're not right now. But you got all these people go many places in one day. I mean, they go more places in a day. I get to go in a couple of years. A momentary detachment.
You're giving that some fancy words.
It's not.
Know anything. Oh, I like the way you actually framed it for Trump. See, that framing is everything.
A momentary detachment from reality.
A momentary detachment means you have lost your freaking mind.
For a conversation. And we all have forgotten things.
So how you just justified it for one person? You have to be fair.
Because Trump, when he walks like an old granddaddy. He's a Trump. I'm not. Right. He walks like an old granddaddy. He's ready to fall any minute.
Now he does now, but he walks like it.
It's got so bad now he don't even come up with stuff to end
And I believe that is true for a lot of you all.
And welcome in, everybody. Our guest this morning is Phyllis Harvey Hall, who wants to be your Democratic representative in the House of Representatives of the United States of America, the United States Government. She is here to take your calls, 864. Let's talk about some things. Should we legalize marijuana nationally? It's smoking it anyway.
You know, on my platform, you'll reach and see I'm not already there. And as someone who really says that I'm a progressive, it means that I really want to work with people. Okay, like you said, I go to DC, you've been to New York, and some other spaces it's already legal. Here in Montgomery, people, you can walk out the back door, front door, you can go downtown, they're smoking it. And I think that once we We went to this battle with prohibition and alcohol. We had the same problem. Once you legalize it, legalize it, and then this is the next thing you do: tax it, regulate it, and tax it. And therefore, we'll put that on so many of the problems that we have. But once we legalize it, and we regulate it, and we tax it, we've got to go look at what we've done with so many people that we put in prison for it.
Should we close our borders for 5 years?
First of all, we don't have. I have a.
We
no,
got
no. You and I just had a very honest conversation about family. You say open. I haven't been down to the politics of the other Republicans, but I've gone several times to Texas and been at the border. I've been Orleans,
20 million people.
Pasco. Wait. We have border patrol. But we allow people to come in and work for us at border.
Would you support a wall?
They're a jaywalker.
Would you support a wall?
The Berlin Wall is already told us historical. I look at history, and you look at history for a reason, so you don't make the same mistake. The Berlin Wall showed us something. Now, didn't your famous president Reagan help to get that down? The Republican
tear down that wall. That wall was for oppression. That's what they don't have no rights over here. Right.
When you get wall up a part or something, you're
people are not citizens, don't have the rights of America.
We did, it's a misleading, I say that. We have border patrol. What it is, we don't have enough. And right now, I think that we could do a short-term stop at our border. Hey, we need to fix what we have short-term. And we look at the bill that's in Congress. There is a bill right now, so I think it's on the digital. It's an immigration, bipartisan, but not bipartisan bill that would put more technology, more border patrol agents there. And what we're trying to fix with that wall, they've already shown, you've seen it. They scale the wall, and I think
if we electrify the wall, they would be absolutely.
They scale the wall. Parts of the wall. That's a range.
I mean, our problem. They're coming over here illegally. They're coming over here
illegally. But that's
what
the bipartisan act is. We need to do it. We could put a hold on. They want to build 5 along the floor, put in 5 like this, housing around there. So we have to stop some of the drug carriers with catching the lead. We can have those courts. They come in, give us 30 days to really do investigations. They don't work.
These people.
If they don't clean the background check and they're not going to be benefits because they're not going to do
we got enough out of the job here already. We don't need nobody else to do the work.
You don't have people out of the job. You have people who work well.
That's because we keep giving them food stamps to let them eat. I ain't complaining about it, but I'm telling you, a young man, if he has to work, if he's getting free food, why do he want to work?
Number one, let me tell you this, and I research a different perspective as I've been running. When you're getting up, go to work, because you had this conversation, I think the other day on the show, you can't make enough money to pay your bills. If you're going somewhere to work and you're making minimum wage, you don't have the dignity of that work because you still don't have to work at the light switch. You can't talk.
I agree. You go to school for a job to pay. Don't go to school for education. No. Take a trade. Everybody's it's the biggest con on American
because if you look at any data that tells you when American economy is really at a point where you're functioning and you start to cut into something you all like to talk about, which is decreasing the national debt, and you don't have a debt. But if you want to look at that, all the economists say when people are working and being paid a little bit wage, they spend more, and our economy performs better.
I went to the store yesterday to get me some Miracle Whip. Okay. Miracle, I love Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip, they used to cost $3.99, $8 now. So taking up the minimum every time the
government, that's the big corporations.
But
they're allowed to prosper, and they're allowed to
do illegal aliens have American constitutional rights?
Illegal.
Do they have it? Do you think? Why do we give them American constitutional rights when they're not American citizens?
I don't think when you say constitutional rights, we have humanitarian rights.
That ain't in the Constitution.
And then when you say you let them, we have a way to fix this border so you all can stop arguing about it. We could pass that out, and then we put those 5 areas right there on that border, that southern border. And I state the southern border because that's what you all are concerned about. We're not watching anything else of the people flying in.
Right. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Yeah. What job won't we work? Okay, I'm not picking cabbage. That's true. I'm not.
Agriculture, and we're having problem with the chicken place if you don't want to do that work.
We love chicken. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Right.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Who's this?
You can't be an independent in Alabama.
But answer. Do you believe that I don't know where the charter for humanitarian rights are, but if you are not a citizen in this country, why do we want to give you protection under our Constitution? If somebody broke in your house right now, you came home and someone's in your house, you wouldn't say, "Oh, come on in."
But this is what we have at the statute, the harbor, New York. We do have a statute.
The French put that on there, not us.
But we have embraced that
Right.
as Americans. And with that being said, if we pass that bill, I think we could come military and actually give ourselves, if we pass the bill, give a moratorium, put those 5 little places there with those homes that we're dealing on that southern border. And then make everybody put in that bill. And put the manpower, you want God, put the people in there to do the research. And let's give them that 30 days, 55, and that's what that bill does fund all of that. And then we could easily have people to be deported.
Well, Reagan
And
pretty
listen,
much said the same
tell
thing.
you, he
So.
was a Democrat, and he didn't look, he was a reason. How the deported and cheap. Get more people back out of this country than I think any other recent.
And it shouldn't.
And I didn't say he didn't. I think it was wrong. So, but we cannot also forget that we have children who are now living, working.
That's not our problem. They came over here illegally.
No, they were born here.
But their parents came illegally.
But that's been a part of our country. We were born on the soil.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to pass that with the DACA because children illegal because they do the work already. Do you realize that we took out all the Latinos and Mexicans, what happened to this economy right now?
Nothing. We put people.
Who are looking for what they have to home, like the rest of us.
You can stay home a moment.
They stay with us for friends and them.
They're gonna get tired, and they're gonna get tired of that sooner or later, and make you get out.
But if you don't have the work to go out and do it, I'll just gonna do that. You have the young people that have to do it.
At some point, you don't have a nation unless you have a border.
We have a border.
Unless we honor the border, we make other people. You know,
all those Republicans who will not pass for that.
There's a Marine
They
who
made
actually,
that.
there was a Marine stationed in California who accidentally went across the thing. He spent 2 years in Mexican prison because he was on the wrong side of the border and he didn't know. So, and you tell me that their people can come over here.
5 stations built on that border where they come in and they stay right there.
The United States Marine, 2 years in prison over there.
Okay. But
But they don't let us come over there and just accidentally. They don't let us do it. Why do you want to let these people come? And I love it. I don't blame the people for coming. I don't. I blame us for not providing the security.
All other those Republicans that have passed that bipartisan business act, and we can put more manpower there, build out those bipartisan.
We'll do that.
You know, more people come in on the northern border than you all think.
I don't know why y'all Democrats want to get all these people, illegal people, in this country and thinking the black folks are going to be the ones who are going to be hurt.
I think there's 5 years because if you drop them all, and you give them 40 days, you can do the thing this I think that I just think that we have a problem. That's it. I'm all for a moratorium and let's stop them coming.
Everybody needs asylum everywhere. These governments suck, and ours get almost the same way. Everybody needs some sort of asylum. Why don't they fight in their own country to get the same thing that black folks fought over here for? Let them fight in their own country. No asylum.
We still fighting them.
Yeah, we still fight. Exactly. We still fight over here, and we bring other people here to fight. This fight. That's because we give our men coming in the useless.
So what happened to slavery?
And that was wrong too.
Okay.
But we
what
fought out
happened
of
when
it.
they allowed the Scottish and everybody? They won't.
Well, actually, they had a thing said no Mexicans. They said no Chinese and nobody.
They brought them all over to build all these huge monuments we have.
Well, ain't it?
But we've always tried to offer cheap labor. Part of the American story. The tapestry is beautiful. It's messed up. It's torn.
We're a great country. Now they said everybody want to come if you want to live in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Ain't nobody there.
The Wild West is beautiful. Remember, they brought people over to them by chance and let them build out the West.
Yeah. That's history. They want to go to Wild West.
And right now, farmers need what they call the certified agricultural workers here, so that they can do the work. First of all, young black people are not getting out there to do it.
Because we don't make them do it. We need to make them do it. All these young folks laying up in prison languishing in prison right now, getting fed by us. You know, some of the folks don't belong there. They go out there and work in these fields and stuff like that. And get
release them and clear them record, right. And the job and the stars and stop taking that box. We might have a huge important thing. That's a great thing for me to think about.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And you possibly have.
You do. They know it's
like they're in jobs now because they had to take the box.
And that's probably right. In a country that's called itself a nation of second chances, we saddle people with this record, and now the only thing they can go back to is what they got arrested for, drugs. But I still think we're responsible somehow for our kids involved in drugs. We got neighborhoods where police don't like to go. How did we get to that point in this country? And the police don't want to go.
We got too many women.
Okay, so we
when they started changing it, we all got on the they got on the gun life, started logging and they watered down and didn't pass any type of legislation.
Well, they did one. They went that one.
You probably get just about everybody come on now.
It's too late now. The race is next Tuesday, so I'm not going to. You might just ask for that. How much was it? It wasn't, but that's okay. I think your heart is in it. Even if your politics is not. Our politics is in it. You believe that you should legalize decriminalize, regulate, in fact, marijuana. Politics has alcohol. You believe in taking yeah. Where you and I are going to differ. Abortion. Yeah, you're not going to differ. I'm going to do it that. I'm going to differ with everybody who does it. You're talking wrong. That's a myth. Not have life. It's all the issues. Now, let me tell you something. I'm one of those people. I'm the woman. That's what my woman. I really don't know your power. Well, we were first. What? We were first. Yeah. Adam was made first. The Bible says they check it. So you think it was a woman who was first? Okay. No, I'm just messing with you. But you do know that the Bible has missing parts and it's been done. Sure. But no, I do believe in the Bible. But We only got like 12 minutes left. And our guest this morning is Harvey Hall, who is running for Congress in the second congressional district that now has been what's that word? It's called gerrymandered. To try to get black representative, but it's only 48%. So if blacks traditionally come out and do the way they do, nothing going to go into that spot.
We're trying to change the face of politics. Yeah. We don't need that old face coming back in. I don't think he's going to get out of the country.
Good morning. Nah, you just called before. You go through the same, so we ain't doing the second call now. Come on now. Come on. You call next hour, though, when you talk about it. Good morning. Hello? Yeah, you're there. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, minimum wage is the biggest con that America has ever perpetrated on poor people. They think they're getting, they never move.
The Republican again, the love of people is unions for America. It's not unions built for middle class in America. Corporations are the only people right now. And corporations have been given almost like a with the recent laws.
They hire people. Poor people don't.
Corporations and this trickle down economics has been proven. And we listen to that narrative and it has us thinking that it works. When you look at the government spending, when you change the tax rates, everything that we're talking about, we are an industrialized, rich nation. Other nations in the western end of this world actually raise their corporate taxes almost like 45 to 50. And we keep decreasing. The reason our country suffers is because we get too many benefits. Look at what happened when we bailed out Wall Street. When we bailed them out. What they've done when we loan them money, give them money to bail them out, they take that money, they give it to their stockholders, and they don't reinvest it. And we're looking at them as being the leaders to help we've got to give truth. Now, when we look at what's happening,
if every rich person in the world, if every rich corporation, if we took everybody's money,
you like to be rich, I will never. Listen, we're not going to take them. We're taking away from the way they have incorporated where they use a corporation.
So you want to redistribute?
No, I just want them to pay their fair share. Just like I do.
Fair share is
by that tax rate that we give the corporation.
And if you take the taxes up on corporations, what are they going to do in return? They're going to take the goods and services of the product and raise the price.
Not if we regulate them. Because nothing wrong with the word regulate. You need that you got a party that want to regulate what women do with the body, but you're not going to regulate.
Good morning. You know the hell with Phyllis Harvey.
I'm better than this.
How is it? Good morning, who's this? Morning.
But so until recently, we've used, when we talk about the southern border, and that's the only border we're talking about, I think that we need to look at, we have more than a southern border, but we have to also look at immigration through the north and southern. We have a law where we could stop them and actually put more people in there. So it's not about sitting them to city. I don't think we need to send them anywhere. Let's do a moratorium. That's what I've stated. And let's build out, let's accept, first of all, no, we didn't say take care of it. We're going to actually send them back into the country what we do research. But we have a bill, as you are possibly well aware of, that's actually in Congress now that would fund and it would do it's not catch and release, but it would stop them, would build out 5 areas, give them a 30-day time that we actually do investigation. And if they are not listed or they're not
how are we going to verify that?
Build jobs. I was trying to get the money. Put the
Well, how are we
wheels
going to
on the
verify that they are who they say they are? That they,
that we have relationships with other countries. We have all of the intelligence. We have the CIA. Every time that they need to say, you. All of that's here. We just need to stop.
Appreciate the card. I'm running out of time to take this call. Good morning, on here with Phyllis Higher. Okay, now this ain't about me. Ask her a question. No, go there quickly. Ask her a question, not me. Okay. It's about talking to her. Many people got it. I guarantee you there's not an engineer out here who can't get a job. Guarantee it. Okay, I appreciate it. But if you keep going to school, taking up public speaking, gender dysphoria, gender preference, whatever, things like that, you're not going to take it. And philosophy, not philosophy. But taking all these things that don't put you in the way of good employment. You know, that's not society's fault, that's your fault.
We need to look at the skills your job and workforce. And that's an important part of it. When you're thinking about my platform for education and workforce, I think that's when we are all talking about that is, I think the people candidates who are running. We have to look at the skills. What we see in this field in this 20 years that we're working with, what society is looking for. And it's going to be a very highly technical.
And let me tell you something. According to the study, AI is going to replace almost 40% of most jobs. Yeah, robots and things like that. Those people got easy. What job can they? But we can make a machine keep the table.
And that's something I would say with my platform, so you all on a tangent about this border. We have to look at candidates who are ones that actually work for the people and not work for corporations. We all talk about figures and all the money we've been to the PAC that the flyers we put in. All right, now, what's the PAC? For the person that they work for.
We all want something.
But maybe we all want to make sure that our government is going to support us. That you're talking about making sure and ensuring that when you have an appropriation of funds reach the least.
Where they're supposed to go. That's true.
And that's one part of that. And that takes somebody being honest.
I think I'm gonna call for it. I can do that too. Good morning on there. Yes. That was a dumb question. I know it was a dumb question. Yeah, I don't know. It's so dumb I don't remember.
How about the chicken house?
Yeah. Well, not everything. Not everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's the biggest lie ever told to me. Black folks got this thing. I gotta give it a last word. I gotta give it a last word because you just rely on it. One more than we can use. Good morning on there. Like that. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes.
You must be listening to a delay. Go ahead. That's you.
it's not being passed because it was bipartisan. If you look at the Republicans who were working on that in the committee, there were several Republicans that were there, and mostly Republicans, and it was bipartisan. That can be researched. And you can do something to get the water, but that's been the problem. It's time that we fix this as a Congress. And
Well, you got a minute left. You get the last one. Watch it.
I'm Phyllis Harvey Hall. I am the only candidate to defend this race that actually lives in Montgomery. I am one of only two candidates who live in the district. We have 5, I think, state elected officials who are running in this race who live in either Huntsville, Birmingham, and all of a sudden in this race, they want to abandon their district and come and they can serve in ours. We have 7 congressional districts that needed challenges. And we have to ask ourselves this one question: why didn't the people who are all in this one race and actually run against Bill Strong, Mike Rogers, Garrett Palmer? There was enough of this that they should be fighting in their home.
Thank you very much.
Really? I think you gave me some minutes. Why do y'all cut me off when I come to that time?
What million is the computer?
Oh, you gotta cut me off.
Yeah. Well, you go too long. You gotta learn how to do.
No.
You gotta give quick answers.
After all this crazy news. Yeah,
I want you. But now we get people come up with 8 or 9 o'clock. Why you getting off? Yeah. You know, that's what I want to get up. You know what?
Attention business owners, stop wasting money on rent and start building up equity by owning a custom designed building on single story. Building out of a public park. Business owners like you are taking advantage of early spring weather and getting a head start on your projects. This surge in demand will extend the project timeline. Be ready to build this spring. 866-95. $175 million fund will start accelerating applications.
Obviously, you forgot that I'm on the radio this time of day. Okay, well, I will. I don't get off till 10, but I give you buzz back when I get there. Hmm? Okay, we're back. Good morning. Hope this day finds everybody well. I hope Phyllis does a good job. She's been running for a while, so she need a break. Cut that woman some slack. Okay, I mean, except for that abortion thing, I don't really disagree with her on many things. But I'm always disagreeing. Everybody thinks abortion should be legal everywhere. But other than that, she's a reasonable person. I was always wondering though, this immigration thing, where we got America's the only place that gives you uh, American rights once you break into the country. It's an amazing thing to me. They want to give you constitutional protection when you break into the country. You're not a citizen. I mean, again, that Marine who got lost in Mexico one time spent 2 years in jail. Okay, I didn't see them sending. I didn't see them trying to send him back home. He lost. He accidentally got lost. Well, we let you stay, get a good job. You know, some of these people killing some of our people. And again, though, now they're not the only people killing our people. Our people killing our people too. So therein the problem. We got our own killers. Look at this look at this. We got our own people that do bad. And now we got to bring people in illegally that do bad. Something's wrong with that problem. Something wrong with that picture. Anyway, I'll do this. Good morning, who's this? See, you always answer all these questions rather than just get to the conversation. Yeah, I know. I know. Uh, yeah, I believe it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I look in the dictionary, wait, when I look in the dictionary and I see it telling, wait, hold it. When I look in the dictionary and I see the word intelligent, your face is right by it. No, make it make sense. Make it make sense, and I'll listen. Mhm. Yes, 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 yeah. You can. It's a job. Wait a minute. It's a job. What's the point? He brought Dow Chemical. Listen. Jobs. I know, but jobs. Okay, just let me say this. Jobs are not black or white. Jobs are positions that need somebody to fill them. And the unemployment rate though, the unemployment rate for black folks when he was in was around 3%. Presidents don't create jobs. Okay. What what is the job? Okay, wait. Okay, let me. Government's job is not to make jobs. Their job is to make the atmosphere, is to make the atmosphere conducive to job creation. That's what the government's job is, not to make jobs. Well, he was wrong. He was wrong. But he did make the atmosphere easier because he brought businesses back to America who spent years overseas. Dow Chemical. Dow Chemical. Well, so these are the names 3 or 4. Look it up on the internet. You'll find it. You'll find all. He brought about 500 businesses back to America. Okay. Okay. Well, listen. Okay. See you later. You ain't making it make sense. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Now she made a point. She made a good point on that one. That's true. Well, you gotta ask them. You gotta ask them that. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, so that, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Mhm. Let me ask you a question. And this is just a general question. What job do black people want? Well, give me a job. Okay. Why did he tell them that? No, I'm just saying, why would somebody tell their kids not to be engineers? Okay. Yeah. Right. But he played football. Right. So why didn't he become one? Mhm. So then let me ask you this question here. When George Bush was in office, well, let me finish the one. Let me make the point. When George Bush was in office, he came up with this plan called No Child Left Behind. And all they did was leave children behind because it's the bigotry of low expectation. What you're telling me, this grandmother had a low expectation. There was a time. So what changed? Mm. Now, what stopped black men from going to college? Okay. 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 Well, I didn't know that till yesterday either. Well, that's because our representatives let it happen. Well, let me ask you, why didn't the black representative come and tell us? Hey, yeah, man, I'm sick of that too. Yeah, I know that. I got to let you go, but I appreciate it. But you're right; they make a lot of excuses for failure. Good morning. Who's this? What rule book? Listen, I couldn't get to that. I don't know. I don't know what the book is. What's that? I'm Jaden. Good morning. Right. I did read some of it. Henry Ford actually, I used to live in Rome, Georgia, Berry College. That's the biggest college campus in America, a small college, and because of Ford gave them the land. So that's one of the things I know about Henry Ford in Rome, Georgia. Mm-hmm. Position. Hey, really? What you doing? Is that in Montgomery? Is that in Montgomery? Okay, because I want a job where I can only work weekends. Yeah, send them right now. I run up there, make a little money. All right. Me too. Yeah, I need a job where I can only have to work on the weekends. My week is already squared away. So, I mean, if it's chicken, fucking chicken, okay. I'm with the last call on the chicken. Well, that I can do the chicken. But however, let me tell you what I did do. I got fired. But it's a town in Georgia called Rome, and I worked in like a Springfield or Springwood, whatever, Spring Lake, whatever, and it was a cotton gin. So I was 17 years old, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And I stopped stealing 10 speed because I was going to go to jail. So I was trying to get a job. So I got a job, and I went down to the fleet, whatever that place. They do cotton things. They roll the big cotton things up where they're taking the feet. I'm working. I'm not working. I'm pulling that big cotton thing all over the place. I mean, it was giving me hell to pull that thing. And I was pulling it, and the guy comes up and pats me on the shoulder. He said, "Son," I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "We can't use, but we like you, but we just can't use you." I said, "How come?" He said, "Son, you don't have enough aid to pull that bar, to pull that thing." Basically, he said, I was just that broke my heart. I was making, I don't know what I was making an hour, but whatever it was more than I was making when they fired me. But I tried, I would try anything. Okay, I can't pick potato. Yeah. Can't do the tomato thing. So okay, so let a limited amount of people. Well, we got enough people now working in America now from overseas, immigrants working that we got. Yeah, they can pick the potatoes and anything like that. I'm good. Now that's one job I never thought about doing. I just never thought about doing. But I tell you, if I'd have gotten hungry enough, I'd have been out there trying to get a potato and eat it. Can you eat a raw potato? I don't know if you eat a raw potato or not. One more thing before I go, before I take my break. Trump campaign, he did, I just looked it up, he did do exactly what he said he was going to do. President Trump promised to bring manufacturing jobs back to the United States and put American workers first, and he kept his promise. The Trump administration's historic tax cuts reduced the business taxes to a level playing field and brought manufacturing jobs back to the United States. Chinese officials even worried that the president's law would set Chinese global competitiveness and would affect Chinese global competitiveness and spur companies to invest in America instead of China, and they were right. Okay, now the boy has gone in and messed it up. Here's the deal. The United States added 510,000 new manufacturing jobs from President Trump's election in February 2020. In 2018, the United States added 264,000 new manufacturing jobs, the most in 30 years. During the Trump administration's first 37 months, manufacturing production grew at 11 times greater than the last 37 months under the Obama-Biden administration. In 2018, 95% of manufacturers had a positive outlook for their business, and the records showed they were right. President Trump's United States Mexican Canada Agreement USMCA was expected to create 176,000 new jobs. Anyway, so the guy that's in there now, the first thing he did when he got in, he cut jobs. Okay, he cut jobs. He didn't want to. He was caring more about the kangaroo rat than he did the folks who had rats in the house and they couldn't get rid of, and now they couldn't afford exterminate. I take a break. We'll be back. Uno momento. So you can have your own opinion. There's nothing wrong with that, but you cannot have your own fact. Yeah. And we are back. It is 9, but this new time just going too fast for me sometimes, just going too fast. 9:31 in the morning. Let's go to the phone, see who's there. Good morning, on there. Yes. Well, since I've never picked a potato, I wouldn't know that. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm good at what I do. Okay? I'm a computer aficionado. I don't really know much about agriculture. I don't really like potatoes that much. But every once in a while, I put one in the microwave and try to make it cook. And sometimes it cooks, and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it comes out hard as a brick. So yeah, I'm not a potato aficionado. I don't know potatoes too often. Although I do like hash brown. I do like hash brown. Those good. Idaho potatoes. Uh, in a report, I just came across my timeline right now to show you that even being a policeman's job is tough even when you're not on the street. Knoxville, Tennessee, Dateline. The Tennessee community is mourning the death of a police recruit who collapsed during a routine physical training. Knoxville Police Chief Noel announced the death of 32-year-old Officer Lisbon Anton, a member of the 2023-B Basic Recruit class on Sunday morning. The police say Anton collapsed at the end of a mile-and-a-half run during a routine physical training session Friday morning. Training staff attempted CPR and other life-saving techniques, including using of automated external defibrillator. I put across his family from Knoxville. That was part of all of these jobs. A lot of jobs require you to have certain physical attributes and physical stuff, and a lot of them are days. And I would imagine that have some of the same qualifying things they must do in order to be. I know they must push a car. They must push a car. I don't know how far they got to push this car, but they got to push a car. And that's like running a couple miles too. I don't know how far they got to push it, but I was thinking about going after the police department, but they may tell me I'm too old. Yeah, I'm gonna have to push that car, and next thing I'll be out. So we just gonna leave that alone and let the young folks have the police department. And I'm just gonna leave that one. Your vice president of the United States, we forget her name sometimes because we never hear much about her. She's coming to fake going across the bridge too. Vice President Kamala Harris plans to visit Selma for Bloody Sunday commemoration. She's gonna be well. I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying, let's tell the truth. So travel to Alabama this weekend to join Trump's annual commemoration of Bloody Sunday. That was that march that happened at community members and leaders march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Now, why don't they change the name of that bridge? They changed the name of my son's school. They changed the name of other schools. Why don't we change the name of that bridge? Why do we keep giving Edmund Pettus all this free publicity? You know, if you remember the violence that took place on March the 7th, 1965, which is the 69th commemoration, as last participated in 2022. Okay, like, and you know they're gonna leave and some. Nobody ever comes down here and brings them a big check. The vice president is gonna bring them a big check for economic development in Selma, or all they're gonna leave back is trash. She's gonna drive the limo down there, get on the bridge, act like she walked across it, and then get a photo shot, and she's gonna get back on Air Force 2, whatever she's doing, and going back to Washington. I'm not mad at it at all. I wish they would just, why don't they just zoom it in? You don't have to come all the way down here. Let's do a Zoom crossing. Okay? Yeah, let's do a Zoom crossing. Okay? All the people coming down here like they mentioned that. Hey, I also ran into who's a lady that the picture out the historical picture sitting on Martin Luther King's lap. What's it? Christburg? Miss Christburg? Yeah. Been her the other day. I was talking to her the other day. And I went to a take a morning tour. I mean, how does that feel? You have been ensconced in history. Pictures of you as a child, all over the place. That's got to be something to be proud of. 860, because I remember the picture. That's all. I remember. Let me see now. What else is going on? What else is going on out there? State, you know, a couple weeks ago, there was a police officer in Montgomery, I think he was still on administrative leave or something like that, was swatting. And I guess that's when you, I guess, call the police to say something's happened at some place and it's not happening, and you take the resources of the police and put them, you know, someplace else when they could be someplace else. You know what I'm saying? So a state bill would make swatting a felony and force the caller to pay for enforcement response. I think that's a pretty good deal. Representative Philip Inslee, I forget about him down there all the time. Yeah, he's one of our folks too. He's a Democrat. Philip Inslee, a Democrat from Montgomery, pre-filed a bill before the current legislative session that makes the false calls to law enforcement and other emergency response agencies a crime. There's no current law addressing the practice. So prosecutors usually charge the person with making a false report, which is a misdemeanor. And listen, I think that's a good idea, Mr. Inslee. I think it is. So, okay then. Yeah, but, you know, something could be happening, you know. A Kilby correctional officer and his wife, I mean, they made this a team affair, okay, have been arrested and are facing multiple charges, according to the Alabama Department of Corrections. The ADOC is what we call it, the ADOC Law Enforcement Division arrested Kilby Correctional Facility Correctional Officer Mario Grant and charged him with the use of an official position for personal gain and conspiracy to commit controlled substance crime. I'm beginning to wonder, do we do psychological analysis on people who work for prisons? So you are in there with the prisoners working, and you like it so much that you're going to see what you can do to join. Not only you and your wife. And I don't think Kilby is a mixed co-ed prison. Okay? I'm just saying, what are they thinking? Seriously, what are they thinking? I mean, just being there working and it's not enough prison? I mean, you get to go home every day or you want to try to bring in controlled substances and do things. So now you're part of the family? Come on, man. Are we not forgiving
intelligent people out of our schools now to not do such dumbass things? I mean, come on. Every couple of weeks now, you hear about some prison guard, two women, and they take money from Cash App, right? I just, although we get the same type of people in the military too. I heard something bad about one of them the other day. We did. Why would you take the job? Seriously, why would you take the job? Because you can go to jail anytime you want to. So why take a job and work out there? And just, hey, go to the gate one day and say, hey, can I sell you this band? Just go in. Well, they also just legalized marijuana. Anyway, both suspects are currently held in Montgomery County Detention Facility on $10,000 bond. Grant has resigned from his position at ADOC. No further information has just been made. I mean, what else you gonna do? Here's what you gonna do. Okay. And again, our prayers go to Johnny Hardwick. I don't know how he's doing yet, but his son stabbed him and shot him. He was on trial for attempted murder in 2014 case. And, they pleaded him down to second-degree assault. He did not serve any time in prison. I mean, I don't know how that's possible, but he shot another man. I don't know how that's possible that you don't spend some time in jail. They came and put me in jail one day. My ex-wife said I hit him. I did because I don't believe that. But I mean, listen, they put me in jail for a couple of minutes. Now, okay, just to tell you, I was only down there like 20 minutes, but still. So they put me in jail for what somebody said. This guy didn't spend any time for what he did. I don't understand it. But anyway, we'll find out. Like my good friend Dan Moore say, in the fullness of time. All right, move right along. Remember I told you about the students of the week? Tomorrow is the last day that you'll be able to go to Montgomery Advertiser and vote for the student of the week. And here are your contestants. Isabella Dennison, Booker T. Washington Magnet School. Number 2 is Isaiah Stevens, Percy Julian High School. I better put my boy in for that. And Lindsay McCall Brown, Sydney Lanier High School. So you go to the schools over there, and you go to Montgomery Advertiser, and you can vote for your choice on which one of those young people will get the award for this week's student of the month. Okay, so go to Montgomery Advertiser, look for there's something in there. Student of the week, excuse me, not student of the week. Okay, 8:43 in the morning. Good morning. Who's it? No, 9:43. So I'm just doing that. Yes. Yeah. I don't understand why I didn't get charged of that last time. What's wrong again? So I guess you could have a special position. Yeah. I did. Well, I did hear. Oh yeah. They always do that. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, when a woman calls downtown and starts crying, just put your hand behind your back. I did it. Oh, okay, what are we doing? Yeah, okay. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, I got taken downtown. Yeah. Oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Being black is a dangerous job sometimes. But anyway, men, just let me give you some advice. Whatever calls them, and Lord, don't come to court with you. All they got to do, I love to see a woman up there. All they got to do is let the tears flow
and either get your wallet out or put your hands behind your back. That's just the way the system is. It's gonna take the last break of the hour. We'll be anybody this week. 860-1440, 860-1440. We got